Welcome to I'm Not Afraid of Math Anymore, Math Foldables. In this lesson, we will look at algebra expressions and we will learn about polynomials. We will learn about combining polynomials, dividing binomials by monomials, and polynomial long division. We will combine polynomials by adding or subtracting like terms. In our first problem, we have 4x squared plus 3x squared, and those are like terms, so we just add 4 plus 3 to get 7, and we have 7x squared. And then we have 4x plus x. The x doesn't have a number in front of it, so it's the same as if there is an invisible 1 in front of it. 4 plus 1 is 5, so that is 5x. And then we have negative 5 plus 3. Negative 5 plus 3, if you start on the number line at negative 5 and you go 3 to the right, you will end up at negative 2. So this answer is 7x squared plus 5x minus 2. In the next problem, we are subtracting the second polynomial. We need to rewrite this so that we have a minus sign in front of each part of the polynomial. So we have 4x squared minus 3x squared, and that is 1x squared. You could leave the 1 off, and it can just be an invisible 1, or you can put it there. Next, we have 4x minus x. That's an invisible 1x again. So 4x minus 1x is 3x. That's a positive 3x. And this time we have negative 5 minus 3. If we start on the number line at negative 5 and we go 3 to the left, we'll end up at negative 8. So this final answer is 1x squared plus 3x minus 8. Dividing binomials by monomials. In the top of the fraction, we have 12x squared plus 9x, which is a binomial, and we are dividing it by 3x, which is a monomial. Each term of the binomial in the top of the fraction needs to be divided by the 3x. So we'll have 12x squared divided by 3x, which we have written here. But we will also have 9x divided by 3x, which we have written here. X squared is the same as x times x, and we can cancel one of the x's in both the top and the bottom. And so that leaves us with 12 divided by 3, which is 4, and the x that is going along with the top. And then we can cancel x's again here in 9x divided by 3x, and 9 divided by 3 is 3. So our final answer is 4x plus 3. In our last problem, we were dividing 2 terms by 1 term. But in this problem, we are dividing 3 terms by 2 terms. This is a more complex problem, and it is called polynomial long division. Before we work this, though, let's review regular long division that doesn't include letters. To review long division, let's look at the steps to long division. Think of a family. Dad, mom, sister, and brother can help you to remember to divide, multiply, subtract, and bring down. Our problem is 784 divided by 25. Step 1 is to divide. 25 is a two-digit number, and so it needs to go into the first two digits of 784. But we're going to think 7 divided by 2, which is 3. But the 3 goes above the 8 because we were really dividing 78 by 25. Step 2 is to multiply. 3 times 25 equals 75. Step 3 is to subtract. 78 minus 75 is 3. We will also bring down the next number, which is 4. And then we'll go back to step 1, which is to divide again. Now we have 25 going into 34. So 34 divided by 25, we'll think of just the 3 divided by 2, and that is 1. We will do step 2 again, which is to multiply. This time we'll multiply the 1 times the 25, and we get 25. We'll do step 3 again, which is to subtract. 34 minus 25 is 9. The last thing that we will do is to write the amount that is left over, the remainder of 9, as a fraction. We put the 9 over the 25 that we were dividing by. And our remainder is telling us that we have 9 out of 25 parts. So this is the review of long division, and now we can move on to polynomial long division. This time we have a trinomial, which is 3 terms, divided by a binomial, which is 2 terms. And this is a more complex problem that requires polynomial long division. Step 1 will be to divide. We will be dividing x plus 4 into x squared plus 5x. 2 terms on the left being divided into 2 terms. But we will be thinking of x squared divided by x. X squared divided by x is x, so we put x up here in our answer. Step 2 is to multiply. We'll be multiplying x times x plus 4. To multiply x times x plus 4, we will distribute. X times x is x squared, and x times 4 is 4x. So we'll write the x squared plus 4x over here. Step 3 is to subtract. We will be subtracting x squared plus 5x minus x squared plus 4x. Remember that this will mean 5x minus 4x, and that leaves us 1x. So we could put a 1 there, or we could leave it as an invisible 1. Next, we bring down the 2. Next, we go back to the beginning and do step 1 again, which is to divide. So we have x plus 2 divided by x plus 4. But we really look at just the x divided by just the x. X divided by x is 1. Step 2 again is to multiply. 1 times x plus 4 is x plus 4. Step 3 again is to subtract. We have x plus 2 minus x plus 4. It's easy to see that x minus x would give us nothing. What's a little more confusing, though, is to see this positive 2 minus positive 4, and 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Our remainder is negative 2, and we write it as a negative fraction. So it's minus 2 over x plus 4. Remember that the x plus 4 came from over here on the left. That's what we were dividing by. So our final answer to this polynomial long division is x plus 1 minus 2 over x plus 4.